Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Sarah, your show has been hacked. Intruder alert.
Intruder alert. Red 5 space.
जो आज गेस्ट हैं मेरे पास, उनका अगर मैं प्रॉपरली पूरा इंट्रोडक्शन दूं तो बहुत आवर्स चाहिए।
Superstar Shan Shahid has taken over your show.
आपको डिफिकल्ट नहीं लगता था? आपकी पर्सनालिटी तो बिल्कुल वैसी है ही नहीं जिस तरह के आप रोल्स कर रहे थे।
By the end of the day, an actor has to work with the script, has to work with the character. Hi, I'm Shan Shahid and I'm here on the show with Smile with Sarah. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel.
अगेन सारा इज बैक आपके चेहरों पे स्माइल बिखेरने के लिए और आपको वंडरफुल से गेस्ट जो है उनसे मिलवाने के लिए। जो आज गेस्ट हैं मेरे पास, उनका अगर मैं प्रॉपरली पूरा इंट्रोडक्शन दूं तो बहुत आवर्स चाहिए। ही इज एन एक्टर, डायरेक्टर, राइटर, प्रोड्यूसर, उसके अलावा मेगा स्टार और लॉलीवुड के ओरिजिनल हीरो हैं। नॉट ओनली एन आइकॉन बट अ वंडरफुल पर्सन। यूजुअली हम उनको नहीं देखते इतना आम, लेकिन वी आर रियली हैप्पी एंड ऑनर्ड कि वो हमारे शो पे आज हमें ज्वाइन करेंगे। उसके अलावा अगर आपने ट्रू एक मेरा ख्याल है पेट्रियाटिक पाकिस्तानी एक्टर देखने हैं तो वो ये हैं पाकिस्तान की शान और सब दिलों की जान, मिस्टर शान शाहिद। अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
जी वालेकुम सलाम, how are you?
I'm good, thanks for joining me.
Thank you for your kind words. आपने जो जिस तरह introduction कराया, I'm very thankful कि आप it's very nice to hear the kind words that are being offered by you. Thank you.
I think मैंने वही कहा था ना, it will take hours and hours if I do proper introduction of you. So मैं आपको बस visionary director के तौर पे मैं तो आपको लेती हूँ।
Thank you so much जी।
तो आजकल क्या हो रहा है?
जी बस almost finished with my upcoming film Zarar.
Oh yeah.
और उसका ट्रेलर आप और रिलीज हो चुका हुआ है। we're gonna release another trailer inshallah very soon. और उसके बाद I'll be flying over to London to get the post done.
Okay.
And hopefully after Corona we'll have some space in 2021
Inshallah.
to release the film.
Okay, and it will be released internationally.
Yes.
Wow, very nice.
It's going to release.
So थोड़ा सा एक प्रोग्राम का फॉर्मेट है, so I will rewind your life. आपके चाइल्डहुड से हम स्टार्ट लेते हैं, where you were born. Many people know, लेकिन मेरा ख्याल है यूएसए में भी लोग देखेंगे, तो थोड़ा क्विक सा समराइज कर दीजिए। आप कहाँ पैदा हुए, बचपन कहाँ गुजरा, एजुकेशन एंड।
जी, I was born in Lahore, Pakistan. And after doing my 9th grade from Edgerton College, I went to New York. I was there for almost 4 years, and I did my high school from there, and then I came back because my sister was getting married. So one of the brothers had to be back in Pakistan.
Of course.
And I came back, and then I never left because my mother asked me to do a film, and it was my first film called Bulandi. And bas uske baad it just things started happening so quickly. I mean, the film was a great success. It was a hit, and I never had any chance to look back at the life that I was planning to live.
Okay.
So everything changed. So I worked for about 3 years in Pakistan, and then I realized that this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So I better know what's going on, because in the first film I didn't have any training from no acting training, no nothing to do with the film industry. But my mother convinced me into doing one film, and she said if it does well, then you should stay. If it doesn't do well, you can go back to New York.
Okay.
So it did well, so I stayed back. So in '93, I went '94. At the peak of my career, I realized that I don't get that sense of satisfaction, because I still don't know what I'm doing and why people are applauding and saying that you did a good job, and so I wasn't satisfied. So at the peak of my career, I stopped, and I realized that this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So I might as well know what's happening. So I went back to New York and got my degree in filmmaking, script writing, or screenplay adaptation from a novel. Because I already had a lot of exposure to the sets and the camera and the cameraman, the best people I was working with.
Exactly.
So I knew that for me to understand the whole concept of storytelling, or how to adapt a story or a script from a novel was more important. So what I did was I did a course, got my degree, came back, opened up a production house, and it's called Fifth Element.
Okay.
And it's associated with my father's company called Shahid Films.
Wonderful director. तो आप पे pressure नहीं था इतने जबरदस्त director के आप बेटे, तो होता तो होगा definitely.
जी बिल्कुल प्रेशर होता है, लेकिन the point is the best way to handle it is never take pressure, because pressure creates failures. It's just an added thing. It's an added piece of luggage in your life. You don't need to carry it. It's by choice. I mean, you do good, that's great. You don't do good, that's fine. You fought your battle fine. I mean, like you fought with your heart, and that's what matters.
Okay.
Success and failure is not in my control, but working and working with focus and passion is in my control. So for me, that was more important.
So how was your childhood? बचपन कैसा था आपका?
Bachman was very nice. I mean, I remember I was a good. I loved films. I loved storytelling. I loved books. Because my father passed away when I was very young. So all I had was his things. The films he made, the scripts he wrote. So for me, and even the props, that we used to use in the film, were used as toys later on in our life. The swords and the guns, and then the flags and stuff.
Exactly.
And the track used to be like a car or something. So I think I started holding on to all those things, and from a very early age, I realized that not having a father is very difficult, not just for the person, but I think for the whole. You miss out on a lot of emotion. You miss out on a lot of knowledge.
Events.
Not just events. I think if the father is not there, one is cut off from the city, from all walks of life, because you are in a different zone. Because I don't know. I mean,
father is a strong figure, na? Mother, jo bhi kar le, father is like a protected wall.
No, I think with mothers, Allah na kare unko agar kuch hota hai, to you are cut off from the family.
Yes.
But agar Allah na kare baap ko kuch ho jaye, to then you are cut off from the world.
Yes.
If you go beyond these dimensions, I think there's only
eternal
one creator of everything. Yeah. So I think that connection was very strong and very powerful.
Exactly.
It calms you down. It gives you focus. It gives you
the right path,
That's the most
guidance.
important thing. Yeah. Yeah. And then you have to go through your own turbulences. Yeah, that's true. That's what all his life is about. It's like, then you enter the casino, and then the point is that you win some and you lose some.
बिल्कुल.
But you become that part of life where you're a part of everything that's happening. So I think that was the most beautiful part. Apart from that, I think I loved food when I was a kid.
अच्छा.
All my
You were
friends.
very healthy.
Yeah.
जब आप बुलंदी में आए थे, आप काफी healthy थे.
Gee, I've always been, because we're Kashmiris and we love to eat, and
yes.
food is like a serious thing in our house. We are Shah Kashmiris, so there are different castes in Kashmir, but it doesn't matter. We all love
Kashmiri
food
as a
anyway.
Kashmiri.
Yeah, so and I loved horses. Then I went to Edison College, and I started writing at a very early age. And so different things that I was trying on, and didn't have many friends because I was always a very shy kid, and I always felt that people are different, and when you're that young and you see and you observe a lot, if Allah wants you to observe, then you start observing a lot, and then you realize that you see the true faces, and you see the true distance between people amongst people, and then you kind of revert back to yourself, and you enjoy your path and your silence and your zone, your moment, your space.
Yes.
You start enjoying that. I think that's very important, that to find that. See, what is boredom? See, by the end of the day, people say I'm bored and I'm this and I'm that, because they don't have a conversation with themselves. They can't sit with themselves. So I think sitting with oneself that you spend the whole life with is very important. You have to be the best of friends. So when you're sitting alone, you can have the best time in anywhere. So I think I'm enjoying that part. I mean, I'm not against. I'm not a person who doesn't enjoy people or doesn't enjoy friends. Yeah, that's true.
So आप जब आए थे इंडस्ट्री में, उस टाइम पाकिस्तान की इंडस्ट्री, आपको पता है, वो मतलब कोई इतना अच्छा हाल नहीं था. बहुत मूवीज ऐसी भी बनी जो कि यूजुअली तो सिनेमा फुल होते थे, जिस तरह के लोग आते थे. फिर रिवाइवल ऑफ सिनेमा भी आप ही की मूवी खुदा के लिए से हुआ. सो बट उससे पहले जितनी मूवीज थी, तो आपको डिफिकल्ट नहीं लगता था? आपकी पर्सनालिटी तो बिल्कुल वैसी है ही नहीं जिस तरह के आप रोल्स कर रहे थे.
देखिए, मेरे ख्याल में जितने भी अच्छे एक्टर्स हैं, एल पचिनो की वो पर्सनालिटी नहीं है जो उसने स्कारफेस में दिखाई है. लेकिन कहने का मकसद ये है कि बाय द एंड ऑफ द डे एन एक्टर has to work with the script, has to work with the character.
Okay.
It is our job to become that character.
Correct.
And I think for me that was very difficult and very important also. That I had to go through a lot of Punjabi films, and I had to go through a lot of Punjabi culture, and I had to see so much.
So आपकी इतनी philosophical बातें, because you read Khalil Gibran, right? A lot.
In my earlier stages, yes.
Yes.
Then I moved on to different dimensions, and then it's all good.
But जो वो पढ़ते हैं तो उनकी ऐसी ही thoughts होती हैं usually.
I think it's you start seeing beauty in everything, because you have to. By the end of the day, I think every element has a story to tell. I think every element that is born is created by the Almighty, has emotions. So I think the connection is very important. So a writer actually gives you words. He actually gives you that emotion and that meaning of that emotion through words. So I read a lot of writers. I mean, I love a lot of writers. But in my earlier stages, one of my first books was The Broken Wings. I think that is that is the part when I started. Before that, I used to read my father's scripts because I used to go to his library, and when I missed him, I used to pick up a script or something.
Okay, and then एक हर बंदे के stage आती है, you got married. So आपकी love marriage थी या arrange?
मेरी है love, लेकिन साथ में अरेंज भी है, बिकॉज कश्मीरी, वो भी कश्मीरी हैं, हम भी कश्मीरी हैं, तो वी काइंड ऑफ आर, मेरे चाचा, उनके नाना, उनकी दादा, ऐसे कुछ है. तो but by the end of the day, I think it was. Yes, I would say if I want to conclude it, I think it was
Of course.
a love marriage. Yeah.
लव मैरिज सो कहते हैं ना हर आदमी के पीछे एक सक्सेसफुल आदमी के पीछे एक होती है लेडी सो हु इज द लेडी बिहाइंड यू
Well, it's a very tough question because I've got around 8 ladies in my life who are all behind me. From my mother till my daughters, all of them. So my mother is there when I'm going out. She's sending me with her prayers.
Oh, yes.
My wife is there.
Yes.
She's giving me that hosla to fight the world. With my food also, because I always have home cooked food and whenever I go. And when I come back, it's my daughters.
Oh, beautiful.
They take away all the pain. They take away all that the world has done to me. They put me back together. So I think it's a beautiful. There's so many women have such a beautiful role in a man's life.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a man must have a very beautiful role in a woman's life also.
Definitely.
But I can experience from because I live with all the relations, almost all the relationships that I live with my mother. My mother is with me. All my daughters are here, so I'm the only guy in the house. So it's you get to see so much. You get to understand so much about a woman that she's got so much. I mean, they're gifted. They have a power. They have the power to heal.
Exactly.
They have a power to make somebody rise. You know, it's just so beautiful, the energy that Allah Mia has given them.
So कोई चाहती है आपकी बेटी आना इसमें एक्टिंग में किसी आपकी बेटी को शौक है?
My eldest one is directing, writing, and inshallah soon she'll be coming on screen also.
Oh, very nice.
And the chote walas jo hai wo you don't even need to tell them. They find their own way because they're mashallah वो क्या कहते हैं generation X. I mean
बिल्कुल generation X.
Yeah. So they are telling me actually. It's not me telling them. They are telling me more.
अच्छा गाइड आपको हमें ही गाइड कर रहे होते हैं. Exactly, you are right. लेकिन it's good. They find their own path. पहले होता था आपको बच्चों को बताना है ये करो आजकल बच्चे आपको बताते हैं हम ये कर रहे हैं. So that's I think
you can tell the difference with that. They are prepping up for the future.
Exactly.
I think they're prepping up for the 20th century.
बिल्कुल.
Because they have actually adapted to the whole system.
बिल्कुल.
Like we did the 90s and the
exactly
2000s and all.
तो आपने जितने अभी एक्ट्रेसेस के साथ काम किया, who was your favorite co-star?
Favorite co-star? I think all of them are very good. It's not a diplomatic answer, but I think in that particular film or scene or all of them did well. I think Rima was very nice, but as far as acting is concerned, I think till now, I think Saima is very good.
अच्छा एक बहुत डिफरेंट बात है. हमेशा मैंने यूजुअली लोगों के स्कैंडल्स देखे, आपका मुझे नहीं याद पड़ता. I've ever heard about you. तो ये क्या है इसका मतलब? लोग फौरन से कोई फेमस होता है स्कैंडल्स बन जाते हैं, बट मैंने आपका मुझे नहीं याद पड़ा या मैं शायद यहाँ हूँ. I don't think मैंने कोई आपके बारे में सुना है.
I think scandal जो होते हैं वो I think age के साथ ही होते हैं. I think when you're a teenager, you don't have to be in films, but wherever you are, even if you are in high school, you'll have you'll have affairs and you have people you meet and you like.
बिल्कुल.
So yeah, I mean you on the road of life, I think there are things that are
मतलब अपने आप को बहुत बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट रखना और अपनी एक्टिंग पे फोकस. इट्स वेरी गुड एक्चुअली.
आई थिंक वो जो आप प्रेशर की बात कर रही थी ना, वो मैंने बजाय करियर में लेने के ना मैंने रिस्पेक्ट में ज्यादा लिया
है ना
कि मेरे पेरेंट्स का यहाँ पे इतना वो है, तो अगर मैंने कुछ ऐसा किया तो उनको बहुत बुरा लगेगा. तो मुझे अगर आप प्रेशर की बात करती हैं तो मुझे दिस इज द ओनली एरिया वेयर आई थिंक आई टुक द प्रेशर. बट अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट प्रेशर आल्सो आई डिड हैव माय शेयर ऑफ अफेयर्स और स्कैंडल्स. But that they were all pre-marriage.
Yeah. So अच्छा अभी आप currently ज़र्रार मूवी आपकी is like on the way है माशाल्लाह. So उसमें आपने बहुत जबरदस्त, आपने इंटरनेशनल भी टीम है उसमें आपके साथ, तो आप माशाल्लाह हमेशा मतलब अर्थ में भी आपके जो शॉट्स और कैमरास यूज हुए डिफरेंट थे, तो इसमें क्या डिफरेंट लोगों को देखने को मिलेगा?
इसमें जी ये बेसिकली it is a very real script because when I was writing the script मुझे पाकिस्तान के जो विलन्स थे उनको क्रिएट नहीं करने पड़े, क्योंकि इतने विलन्स हमें हमारे इर्द गिर्द फैल रहे हैं कि if you start pointing them out, they are the people जिनकी वजह से आज पाकिस्तान है जो है जहाँ पे है, and what threats are there to the country. So when I started writing down the threats, that became a script actually. So it's an exact. Abhi, a lot of people were calling me and saying, your trailer is actually exactly the way आजकल जो situation हुई है बिल्कुल वैसा है. I said, yeah,
Pakistanis have a nuclear capability, and it is a very real one.
Deliver Pakistan with a title of failed state, and your job is done.
किसी आसपास के मुल्क में कोई बड़ी दहशत है जिसका ताना बाना पाकिस्तान The top 3 most wanted in the US, most wanted terrorists, are all in Pakistan.
16 terror training camps.
We economic hitmen are the first line of defense when we go in and we try to corrupt governments.
We use the state and the non-state actors to achieve the country's strategic or political objectives.
हमें जहाद कश्मीर से क्या, हमने जहाद पाकिस्तान से शुरू करना है.
Cheers to the dark future of Pakistan.
कहते हैं अगर अमन चाहते हो तो जंग की तैयारी करो.
हम ये जंग जीत के रहेगा.
My name is Zarar. I was a part of the special unit in the ISI. We are out there to eliminate the threats to the country before they happen.
So Zarar is मुझे ऐसे हमेशा फील होता था कि हमारे यहाँ वो जो स्पाई एस्पिनाज जॉनरा है, स्पाई का जो एक एलिमेंट है वो हमारी फिल्म्स में नहीं होता है. तो आई वांटेड टू कम अप विद अ कैरेक्टर जो कि Zarar is actually a series of 7 scripts.
अच्छा.
अभी तो उसका जो आइडिया है वो 7 स्क्रिप्ट्स का है, तो दिस इज द पार्ट 1 एक्चुअली.
आपके पूरे करियर में बहुत इवेंट्स होंगे, कोई ऐसा इवेंट आपकी शूटिंग में जो आपको याद रह गया एंड यू रिमेम्बर एंड आपको उसको यू एंजॉय दैट टाइम, आप उसे याद करके?
बहुत से किस्से होते हैं. देयर सो मेनी फनी इंसिडेंसेस, वेरी डेंजरस वंस आल्सो. यू गेट जब मैं पहले आई रिसेंटली स्टॉप्ड डूइंग माय आफ्टर ज़रार आई स्टॉप्ड डूइंग माय ओरिजिनल स्टंट्स एंड ऑल दैट. उससे पहले मैं खुद कर रहा था, बट उसके बाद मैंने कहा नहीं अब नहीं, बिकॉज अब वो पहले तो वो डेयरिंग फैक्टर होता था, तो अब नाउ यू सी योर चिल्ड्रन सो यू जस्ट स्टॉप, यू से नो आई कांट डू दिस. और उसके बावजूद मैंने उसमें जब व्हेन यू डूइंग योर ओन स्टंट्स, तो आई थिंक बहुत सारी चीजें होती हैं जो कई दफा सही हो जाती हैं, कई दफा नहीं होती. सो अ लॉट ऑफ इंसिडेंसेस. या
अच्छा, आपसे मैं बस आप शॉर्ट से क्वेश्चंस हैं, अगर आप जल्दी जल्दी बस मुझे इनके आंसर बता दें. जैसे आपके लिए लाइफ क्या है?
It's a gift. I think it's a gift given to the chosen people by Allah.
Okay.
And I think it's a balance. It's a balance of your emotions. It's a balance of your decisions. But you have to enjoy every moment of it. It's not just enjoying is not about partying. I think enjoying is about just being and enjoying and breathing and just thanking Allah every day that you're here with your loved ones. And life to me is what I see in my relationships.
Okay. And आपको best describe कौन सा word करेगा?
Taurus.
Okay. And अगर आपको मैं so you are Taurus, right? Your zodiac sign is also.
Yeah, I'm a Taurian.
Okay. So आप ये बताइए कि अगर आपको मैजिक लैम्प मिलता है तो एक विश क्या आप चाहेंगे कि आपकी पूरी हो जाए? आज आ गया जीनी आपके सामने.
Make Pakistan the biggest and most powerful and the most peaceful and the most rich
Ameen.
Country and this nation
And
should be
peaceful.
full of values.
Full of peace.
Peaceful and may Allah protect Pakistan.
आमीन आमीन. So आप किस चीज को सबसे ज्यादा admire करते हैं opposite जब देखते हैं किसी को?
I think वो जिसको देखना होता है ना वो एक chemistry होती है जो develop हो जाती है, चाहे 10,000 बंदों के बीच में हो, चाहे एक बंदे 2 बंदे बैठे हों. It's not about the looks or I mean if you're far away in a room with some, you know, there are too many people in the middle, उसके बावजूद एक chemistry होती है जो बहुत important.
So आप मानते हैं कि chemistry instant होती है या it take time?
नहीं instant होती है.
Instant होती है. So do you believe in miracles? कभी हुआ?
Oh yes, I do.
तो क्या miracle हुआ जो आपने कहा wow?
There's so many miracles in life. Sleeping every night and waking up every day is a miracle.
It's a miracle. You're right. बिल्कुल. तो आप ये बताइए आप किस चीज से obsessed हैं?
Pakistan and my work, my passion, my film industry. Yeah.
So कोई regret है आपकी life में अब तक? कोई regret रह गया हो यार ये नहीं?
Regret मुझे अपने आप से नहीं है, लेकिन लोगों से बहुत है. I think the government could have played a pivotal role in development from education sector till health and everything else, and film industry and infrastructure development, जहाँ पे आप youth को ये बड़ा यूज बहुत ज़्यादा लोग यूज करते हैं इस लफ्ज़ को, youth. अब तो youth जिनके बारे में बात हो रही थी उनको भी 10 साल हो गए. बिल्कुल. Youth हुए हुए. So I think उनके लिए प्लेटफॉर्म क्रिएट करना, इतना बड़ा ह्यूमन रिसोर्स जाया होना, बिल्कुल बहुत बड़ी तबाही है. बहुत बड़ी. तो मेरे ख्याल में स्पोर्ट्समैन, क्रिकेटर, आर्टिस्ट, ये जो पूरा आर्ट और स्पोर्ट्स का एरिया है, लिटरेचर का एरिया है, ये इसके लिए मैं कुछ कर नहीं सका. और बहुत कम लेवल पे मैंने स्टार्ट किया है. लेकिन मुझे फिर भी होता है कि आई हैव टू सेटिस्फाई माय इनर सेल्फ एंड गिव बैक टू द पीपल. एटलीस्ट क्रिएट सम प्लेटफॉर्म जहाँ पे ये बच्चे आके अपना करियर स्टार्ट कर सकें. Exactly. आप एक बच्चे को कॉलेज में पढ़ा के, इतना अरसा पढ़ा के, उसके हाथ में कागज दे के और उसको 5 बिलियन लोगों के बीच में से नौकरी ढूंढने के लिए भेज देते हैं. Exactly. Give him a talent. Give him that talent that he has, and maybe singing or acting or whatever. Right. I think that is a better or a sportsman. Okay. मुझे लगता है कि वो जो प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं वो डेवलप नहीं हो सके और ना मैं उनके लिए कुछ कर सका. So I think that regret is still there.
Okay, so आप अपनी कोई हैबिट चेंज करना चाहते हैं?
हाँ जी बिल्कुल.
कौन सी?
यही वाली.
ये जो अभी पहले बताया. सही है.
I think smoking is one.
Okay.
And the second is stop being so sensitive.
Yeah. ये तो बहुत हर्ट करते हैं. सेंसिटिव बंदा तो मेरा ख्याल है हर टाइम ही किसी दुख में रहता है. उसने ये कह दिया इसने.
हाँ मैं दुख में रहता नहीं हूँ, but every time I feel something, it's a prick in the heart. Exactly. उसके बाद वो चली जाती है. I know how to handle it.
लेकिन वो prick तो हो जाता है ना.
Yeah, prick is there. Yeah.
वो prick तो हो जाता है. अच्छा, smile. Just one word, smile. What is smile?
Smile is the most beautiful gesture you can give to somebody.
Marriage?
Bond.
Okay, and your first crush?
My first crush was crushed by my second crush.
Oh. वो भी हाई स्कूल ही होगा फिर मेरा ख्याल है, कोई हाई स्कूल में, राइट?
या
बिल्कुल. सो अच्छा, आप ये बताएं रिलेशनशिप को क्या चीज डिस्ट्रॉय करती है?
Okay, कौन से रिलेशनशिप को? Which relationship are you talking about?
Any relationship.
Are you talking about, you can't generalize it, because every relationship has their own set of rules.
हम husband wife की बात कर लेते हैं.
I think finance.
Yes, you're right.
And then in that situation, the decisions that you have to make are sometimes very difficult on the marriage. So I think the financial stability is very important. We take it as a very selfish or very commercial sort of a word.
Yeah.
कि हम उसको capitalism में ले जाते हैं या फलां में, not to that extent, but I think this एक तो वो जिसमें because उससे drive होता है हर चीज आजकल के दौर में, आपका time घर पे देना, आपका फलां देना, ये सब कुछ उसी से drive होता है. But by the end of the day, I feel that trust is very important.
Okay.
And the trust of the woman is more important than of a man. I feel.
आपको advice देनी है इन लोगों को, हुमायूं सईद.
हुमायूं सईद को क्या एडवाइस दूं मैं?
दे?
Do one thing. Either do films or either do TV.
Okay. Numan Ijaz?
Numan Ijaz कुछ लफ्ज कहने वाले नहीं होते हैं.
अच्छा. फवाद खान को दे दे.
क्या कहना है उसको?
कुछ एडवाइस दे ना कोई.
Work more. I think Pakistan needs more good films. Work more for Pakistan film industry. Okay. I think जितने भी हमारे heroes हैं, I'm sorry अगर मैं किसी का नाम भूल रहा हूँगा, लेकिन जितने भी हैं, जहाँ भी हैं, they're all part of one unit. हमें चाहिए कि हम अपने जो cultural borders हैं, उन पे we should create more good content. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फिल्में हमें बनानी चाहिए. Donald Trump, I think one must understand the power one possesses. It is very important for a powerful person to be very. You should think a lot before creating a divide between people or continents or countries so I think a superpower's main role should be peace and stability in the world rather than a show of power. Okay. I think what is more important is when a superpower announces world peace. So I think a lot of effort has to be done towards peace. It's all about whatever rifts you have with any country. I think you take a step back and start mending rather than breaking.
Okay, and Joe Biden?
Joe Biden.
He's innocent. He looks very innocent. मुझे बहुत innocent लगता है.
He's too innocent for politics, see, because
yes.
I don't know if he can do anything. I mean, he's not like. He was a vice president for 8 years and he didn't do anything.
Yes.
So I think I don't know how the elections will go, but at least Trump will create more news than Biden.
Yes, you're right. Imran Khan.
Last hope of democracy in Pakistan.
Okay, Robert Downey Jr. आपको पता है मैंने क्यों पूछा Robert Downey Jr. Oh. You resemble a lot. आप मुझे
Yes, my daughter keeps telling me that.
A lot. But इतना ज़्यादा कि मैंने ये नाम लिख लिया कि मुझे याद भी रहे कि मैं आपको हाँ जी.
No, I think he's a brilliant actor. I love his work. He's got some special charisma and special.
So आप पाकिस्तान के Iron Man हैं.
Yeah.
So that's so nice. Thank you so much. आपके साथ इतना मजा आया कि टाइम का बिल्कुल पता नहीं चला. And
thank you so
आपने
much.
टाइम दिया. Smile with Sara के लिए आप कुछ मेरे चैनल के लिए.
Ji Sara, keep smiling because you have a beautiful smile. Orange is your color. You look very nice and keep smiling with Sara.
Thank you.
You also should smile with Sara in the mirror also because that is the only time you get to see the other person that lives with you.
ये मैं अब करूँगी.
Smile a lot.
बिल्कुल. क्योंकि I really learned this thing कि अपने साथ भी रहना चाहिए and this is very beautiful thing जो मैंने पूरे शो में से आपकी conclude की है कि you are a very deep person and you love yourself. जब तक आप अपने आप को प्यार नहीं करेंगे ना आप फिर किसी को भी नहीं मेरा ख्याल है कर सकते.
You can't give love to somebody unless you love yourself.
Exactly. So thank you so much and inshallah we'll get back to you once Zarar is released.
Inshallah. Sarah, you take care. Lots of love to all the people listening to us.
message आप अपने fans को
special prayers.
Yeah.
Yes, special prayers for all of you, and please come and start doing some work in Pakistan also, or to all the overseas Pakistani who help us every time by sending so much back home. Just don't send it. Take out some time and start creating these infrastructures.
Exactly.
They are the plants that become trees later on in life,
Exactly.
and the fruits will be there for all of us. I think your love and your care makes the flag green and greener.
In
So
Pakistan,
don't give up
Zindabad.
hope. Don't get confused by by whatever is happening. Just believe in your beliefs. Don't listen to the wrong news, the fake news that is everywhere. Believe in what you have and start the journey. Start investing in the infrastructure of Pakistan. Thank you so much.